Hey folks, I'm Vixen. Today we're going to play Nimbatus, a game by Drone Studio. It's a game which is currently on Kickstarter, and as such everything we're going to see today is subject to change. It is a game which is on a pre-alpha state, and I will link the demo which is available on the Kickstarter in the description if you want to try it for yourself. So what is it about? It is a game in which we're going to build drones out of different parts. You can make these drones fully autonomous if you are good enough, which is one of the features which makes Nimbatus feel a bit different from a game like Assembly or Captain Forever. And the art style is also quite excellent. It reminds me a bit of pixel junk shooters. So let's just try to build a functional ship and tackle a few missions. I'm not completely at ease with the most complicated part of drone construction, such as logical blocks, which are going to enable us to do autonomous thing, but I will try to use them a bit if I can, and we'll see what's going to happen. So Alright, let's go to this first planet. We'll take a look at the rest of the galaxy a bit later on. Let's just try to create a drone right away. We're going to make a new one. And this is let's say the core of the drone. It is a drone brain, and it is going to enable you to use a skill called Release Drones. I believe in the full game we'll have many of these brains to use to make these ship a bit different, but we can already see that there is a few things we can actually change here. We've got an explosion which can happen here, so we might want to make it on a button we won't actually press too easily. So let's just go with back quote here, and we're going to keep the drone on C. So at that point we know that the front of the drone is going to be on the right here. We've got a little arrow, not so little as a matter of fact. And what we need to pay attention before going for the propeller is energy. So we've got regular energy with solar panel and stuff, and we've got fuel. So both are going to be used for different things. So these are going to be used for the propeller, and these are going to be used for the weapons and the shield and so on. So we need a bit of both. So we'll see what we go for, but first I'm going to adjust the minimum. We're going to go for maybe a little thruster like this one here, which we are going to put maybe over there, and we're going to also add a little bit of fuel. Alright, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to link this thing together, because right now I'm just using a central point here, but I can also link these to a different element. There is a length which is going to be a bit different. For now the thruster is going to be attached to the center here, but if I want to make it a bit better, I can attach it to the big fuel tank. So when I'm going to move the fuel tank, I'm going to move the bulk of things, so it's going to enable me to change a few things. And let's say I want also to be able to rotate the ships. I'm going to require a few more. I'm going to add a bunch more thrusters, so we're going to go for maybe small ones. We're going to put them on the side, and thanks to the mouse wheel we're going to be able to rotate these. Alright, so I'm going to be able also to copy and paste stuff. So I'm going to go over there, I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to rotate it a bit. Alright, it's a bit too far, so I'm going to make it a bit closer. Alright, and we need something to be able to break. It is a very basic drone, so we'll do a bit better later on, but let's just try to... I'm going to put two of these, which are going to be rotated. I don't want to make these too close, or the drone will be a bit too shaky. Okay, let's just add this one. So with this kind of drone I should be able to actually move around. We are going to test that, but first let's just change a bit the shortcuts. So they should just put the right one at first. So we've got D on this one and A on this one, so it should be fine. And W and... oh no, this one is not good. We need to go for S. Alright. So now if we just test with the test flight stuff, we should be able to move around a bit. So it's not perfect, it's a bit slow. I don't want to have enemy, but it will do. And I can go around like that. It's a very bad drone, but it's moving. I should probably go with a thruster, which would be a bit better. Yet, it's fully working. Let's go back to the editor here. So we need a few things. First, we might want to add, let's say, a bunch of cannons. But if you want to do that, we want to actually have a bit of energy to power it. So we're going to go for the bio-bullet gun tower. Alright, so we're going to add probably two on the front, because it's going to be insufficient but still useful. I could maybe try to put these like that. it might work. And we might want to add a little bit of energy as well. So we're going to add a little cell or two. Alright. And it is really basic for now. We'll need to add a solar panel as well if we want to actually produce more energy. So let's go for this just for a sec. And as you can see, my battery is depleting here. We've got two of these. These are going to load slowly. The fuel is also going to do the same. Oh, I'm taking damage here. Hopefully these guys are just all alone and they're not going to do too much damage. Yet, I'm not really... I don't have a good drone. And currently I've got no more energy. Oh yeah, seeing these battery load, it's going to be possible for me to shoot again. But I'm going to die very, very soon, I believe. Because these are aiming a bit better than I do. Anyway, let's go back. So I love the way the fuel is just... there is gravity. So the fuel is just staying to the bottom here. If I remove it, it's going to change a bit. It seems not to be the case. As I was saying, it is still pre-alpha, so there is plenty of things which are not going to be there yet. Anyway, let's go back to the editor. So we've got a fairly basic drone, but we want to be able to maybe add a little shield. So it's going to be quite handy to protect us. And I might want to add it to the front, as I'm probably going to be facing enemies as I'm going to fight them. So we're going to change a bit the way we are walking here. I'll just move these a bit that way. I've got this, but I'm going to require a lot more energy, so I might want to change a few things. So first thing first, these are too little, so I'll just remove these. Second, I need a bit of space for my solar panel here. If I want to, yet I don't really want to do that. I'm going to just move this thruster on the side, and I'm going to add a second one. All right. Which I'm going to probably link to this, so it's going to be a bit better. Is it? I think it should be fine. And there is also another thing which is not working. I need more. I need to be able to rotate faster. So I'm going to just do that, like that, and we're going to move this one a bit, like this. All right, and we're going to do the same here. Just move it over there. And one of us. I should be able to rotate a bit faster. Are these shortcuts alright? Seems to be the case. Okay, good. Now I've got a shield, which I'm going to assign to right click. And I've got two guns, which are assigned to left click. And this is a fairly basic drone. We've got enough protection. Oh, I'm lacking something. I need a bunch of batteries. So let's just add these on the side. Do I want to maybe link these together? I'm not sure if it is worth doing, but we're going to do it nonetheless. And do I want to add more weaponry? It might be useful. I'm going to add something just for the sake of it. So I've got a new cannon I did not try. So we're going to go for this bio short beam laser, which we're going to put to the front, like that. It's going to add a bit of punch, but it's going to burn our energy a bit faster, I believe. So we'll try to be careful with that. Let's just try to go with test flight here. See, I'm using laser and a bunch of pew gun, if I can say so, of little guns, and it's going to enable me to destroy these guys. And when I right click, I've got a shield, which is not big enough, but if I had a few more, I would probably be in trouble to sustain it, because as you can see, when I'm shooting, these batteries are going to begin to deplete, and I can maintain the shield for quite a long time. As you can see, if I'm not shooting, the shield is going to last forever. Yet I need to keep it pressed, which is not perfect. I should maybe try to change that a bit. We'll see. I've got other plans for our little automation. I've got no more shield. It is dead. It has been broken. I should have put some kind of plate to protect it. Anyway, we could still shoot these guys down and just go back to the editor for a bit. So we've got a perfectly functional drone, but it is very far from being automated. So I've got a few more things I should show you. So these things are the plates. It's going to add a bit of weight to your ship, but it is quite handy if you, let's say, I want to protect the shield a bit better. I could actually just add a little bit of plating in front of it. Could protect a bit, not too much, but a bit. I can also do things which are going to be interesting, like we've got mechanical parts. Let's say I want to make this laser able to rotate. I'm going to move it a bit further. Too far. Okay. and I'm going to add a mechanical hinge, which is going to enable me to, let's just change a bit. I'm going to attach it to the block here. We're going to put it here, and I'm going to attach the laser to this, and that way I should be able to change. Okay, it's good. So this way, when I'm going to go in test flight, I'm going to be able to rotate. Okay, it's not working as I thought, because I can actually rotate this thing, but if it was not possible to rotate it, I could be able to rotate it in the right direction, like just a bit strange that way. Anyway, let's go back. I'm going to change to something which makes sense. I think these cannot follow your mouse, so it is going to be more logical that way. Let's just test flight again. So as I was saying, this one make more sense. See, but it's working with the hinge. It's very handy. I can actually not rotate it because I did not let enough space to do it, but I cannot damage myself with my own weapon. So if you make these able to rotate a bit better, you can actually just cover the whole ship. So let's take a look at the rest of it. So we've got more thruster. I did not try the jump thruster yet, but this might be interesting. I think it's some kind of boost. So let's say we're going to try it now. So let's just add these at the back here. I'm going to say I'm going to activate this with space, and we're going to remove these parts which are just going to make us slower. I might want to keep that. I'm still just going to attach it to this part and put it to the front, so it's going to protect us a bit. And I could also add, there is a bunch of weapons which are not exactly ranged weapons. We've got spikes, and we've got saw blades. So I'm going to add a spike. So if I was to try to ram somebody, it would probably be more efficient with a spike. I just oh right, done. And alright, let's go. So now I've got, yes, it is some kind of boost. It's going to take a bit of time to reload, I think, or I can just, no, it's not taking time to reload, but you can, let's say when you press on space, it's going to take some time to activate. See? You don't see because I'm taking too much damage. I should have deactivated the enemies. So as I was saying, oh, I've got no more fuel. I need to wait for the fuel to reload. Anyway, we'll just take another look later on. Anyway, I wanted to try something with more, let's say, completed parts, because we've got a few more tabs which are going to be very interesting as well. So we were checking the mechanical parts. There's a decoupler, which seems to be something I want to mess around with a bit with the next ship. And we've got also a free hinge, which is going to allow parts to rotate freely. It could be interesting with maybe saw blade or stuff like these. We've got quite a bunch of weapons. We've got the two we've been seeing already, the bio bullet gun, and maybe the third here, which is basically another beam, but it is a tower, so it's going to be able to rotate by itself. It is something you unlock when you do the first mission. Then we've got, let's see, plasma gun towers. We've got EMP bullet snipers, bio rocket snipers. There is plenty of things to play with. We've got a bunch of flamethrower as well, and spark throwers. And if we go a bit further, we've got, I think, what are the most interesting parts. We've got the sensors. So this one is quite cool because, let's say, I'm going to add one of this on this ship. So this one is going to sense when you are going to arrive in range of some, let's say, some walls or stuff like this. So you can, let's say I want these thrusters to activate when I'm going to be close to terrain, so I don't crash. So I'm going to just put this thing over there. Alright, I'm going to change the range at which I want this thing to activate. So let's say it's not going to be 2-4. So I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to link these two. It's not obligated. It's purely to keep the ship tidy. It's just not going to work like that for now, at least. So if I want to use these sensors, they are going to ask me a key to, let's say, begin an action. So let's say these thrusters are going to be used on A, and I want them to activate. So I'm going to ask the sensor when it is going to be in range of terrain. It's going to press A, and that way the thrusters are going to activate by themselves when you are going to be too close to grounds or stuff like this. You can go for terrain, you can go for all, you can go for enemies. So let's say you are going to make a ship which is going to have sensors on the side, and maybe it's going to activate the broadside of the ship. It's going to shoot a whole salva of bullets and stuff. It could be interesting to do that this way, but I believe there is a lot of other way to deal with things. I'm going to just let's see, we're going to copy that and we're going to put it on the other side. So it's going to be a ship which is going to be a slightly more symmetric. So we're going to remove these two. Alright, so you can copy bulks of parts if you want to make your ship a bit faster. So these are going to be handy, but let's say I really want to show use this one. It's fun, but I think we'll go for another one. This one is going to obligate your ship to go in a certain direction. It's going to be very useful, let's say, for torpedoes or thing like this. It's going to be very, very cool. But we'll go and see that with the next ship, or maybe this one, but with an upgrade. We'll see. So let's just keep going. So the last part here, and there is also this little part here, which is going to be interesting. This is a speed sensor. So when you are going to accelerate, it's going to activate something. I don't know what I could do. Maybe you could just, I don't know, when I'm going to accelerate, I could just activate flamethrower to the front or something to lay mayhem in front of us. I don't know, something. Maybe chainsaw or stuff like this. It could be interesting. I don't really know how to use this one yet. And as I was saying, the last part is the logic part. So this one are a bit more complicated. We've got things which are going to be found in code. So we've got if, we've got not, and if you combine all of these, you can make conditions which are going to activate if you merge them. So let's say if enemies are close of a sensor, maybe you are going to shoot with some kind of guns, and maybe it's going to you are going to put a hand and it's going to shoot something else on the other side. I don't know. You can do things which are going to be pretty complicated with that. We've got quite a bit of choice, and usually not very good with that, so I'm not going to try to explain more, but it is a very powerful tool to make a complicated ship and maybe drone which are going to be fully autonomous. So let's go for a first mission. I think it might be interesting to go with that. I might want to add another shield. No, we'll try to go with that. Let's just save and exit, and we're going to try to go to this planet here. Okay, so our objective is to destroy layers of enemies, which are going to spawn continuously enemies. So it is fairly simple, but as I was saying, it is a Kickstarter, and we've got... Did I forgot to do something here? It might be, well, possible. Because I cannot rotate more. I think I might have failed with the shortcuts. Oh, what I know. I'm just going to leave the planet. We're going to just change the drone because there is something I messed up. Which is not surprising. Yet, let's take a look. I copied and pasted the thing, so it's not going to work the same. So it should be A on this side and D on this side, I think. A bit the contrary, but we'll see when I'm going to fly it. Okay, should be a slightly bit better. And launch. There we go. Alright, I'm going to get depleted here. So now I've got... I think I messed up with the direction, but it is working now. So we've got a bunch of guns, we've got a pike, and we've got enemy coming soon. Oh, these are going to be trouble because I do not have so much firepower here. I still have enough shield to protect me, unless I got attacked by behind. And as you can see, the sensors are activating, and the ship is not going to be able to touch the ground. At least, see? Alright, just activate the... So if you make enough of these, you can actually make a ship which is going to be automating a few aspects of flying, which is quite cool. Come on, just... Alright. And we might want to... Oh, I broke the spike, kind of. So I don't have the right tool, but I could actually dig through this little planet here. I'm surprised that there is no... Oh, come on, I'm just failing a bit because the controller reverse and I cannot... Oh, no more fuel. So this ship has issues, of course, because I'm burning a bit too much fuel for what I'm trying to do. And I might want to switch to another of my ship. Yet, I want to try something else. So this planet is fun and all, but we need to go somewhere else, and I'm burning fuel here. Let's get out of here. So we're going to switch to another of my ships. So which one is the funniest, I think? I was speaking about this part earlier. I'm going to show you that quickly because it's interesting. So let's see. Speaking of this little part for torpedoes, and this is just a thing I tried. I wanted to make some kind of a digging ship which was able to actually dig through planets. You can see I'm not touching the ship right now, but this little part is going to stabilize the ship in a certain direction, and now it is meant to dig. So I can protect my ship with these, and as soon as I'm going to get close to the land, my thrusters are going to stabilize me to keep me over the ground, and my little lasers are going to actually shoot this thing. Except I think I might have messed up the command, and it's not working as it should yet. Well, let's see. Come on, buddy, get out of here. So probably better use for torpedoes. And you know what? We are going to do that right away. I'm going to try to use the coupler combined with my ship here, which we are just going to launch for a sec to show you how it works. And then I will try to add torpedoes to this ship to actually do the digging for me. I'm going to try to do fairly simple torpedoes. Okay, so let's just take a look. My ship is there with 3 little... oh, wait a sec. Don't go too fast. I think I need to change a few things. Maybe not. Let's just do that this way. And okay, back to normal. What is... oh, it is the transmitter I was looking for last time. Okay, done. Pretty cool. And as you may have seen, this drive objective is already done, so this planet is now finished, and I don't think I'm going to find much more Hive, which is a shame. So you can do mission in more than one try. I can just do one objective and then tackle the other one with maybe another drone. It's definitely possible. So I was speaking about digging here, so let's just try to push my ship a bit. Alright. I'm going to just use my lasers to clear the place a bit. Alright, much better. We're going to bring the ship back to a better status. So you see I've got a little bit of automation here to keep my ship far from the side. It's not working always, but it is still useful. And I've got a bunch of blocks to protect my shield on the side as well. Okay, so we're getting into the planet. And what is interesting is that when we are going to arrive at the center, the gravity is going to change. And going to, you see, I'm almost at the center of the planet. And I'm not falling anymore. I'm just sticking around here. And when I'm going to push a bit further, what's going to happen is that everything is going to turn. So we need to make a little hole and push with the reactor, with the thrusters, so I can actually keep going and maybe arrive at a point where the gravity is going to help me. Maybe not. Oh, come on. We'll just shoot this one. Alright. It is a little planet, so it's fairly easy to go through. We're going to go for something maybe bigger then. But I want to try to add the torpedo I want to make. Okay, I could actually just do the torpedo and copy them. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm not stuck anymore. Okay, good. Alright, so this mission is complete. Let's just get out of here. Let's leave planet. And let's try to make a new drone. So, I might want to just do it within my drone thing. I could create one and just maybe import it. I think I can actually copy things. Nah, we're going to try to do it with this one. I'm going to edit it. And again, take a bit more space. I want to make fairly simple torpedoes. So, let's take a look. We're going to add the couplers, which we're going to put on the side, maybe over there. Okay, we're going to lock this on this one, so it's going to change a bit the place where I can make stuff. And we're going to say, when we press 1, everything is going to be released. So I'm going to add Do I want to do that this way? I could just do 1 and 2 so I can rotate the ship, in case I would be... I don't want to send the torpedoes when I'm just like that. I just need to bring the ship in another state. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to go and add one of these blocks here. These blocks are quite cool. Okay, done that way. We're going to rotate it a bit because we want actually the torpedo to be facing the right direction. I don't remember if it is the right one, but we'll just try. You know what, I'm just going to remove that and we'll just copy the thing. It's going to be much easier. Except it's not going to be the same button. Ah, come on. Let's just bring it back. I'll copy at another level. That's all. And 2. Alright. I've got 2 torpedoes. Much cooler. Okay, so with this on, I should probably... I wonder, is it really in that direction, or maybe it is better that way? I think it might be better that way. Okay, so I need a bit of fuel. I don't really need that much, I think. Oh, maybe a bit more than that. So let's just put one of these trusses. Okay. Then we're going to add just a bunch of... except I do need also... Oh, it should be good. We're going to just add these 2 like this. Alright. And we're going to add a little battery. I don't need much energy, it's going to be good enough. Alright, just 1. And then we're going to add a bunch of... where were these? I think I'm going to go with these. So I'm going to put them to the front of this little... it's not that little, it is quite a torpedo. Okay, so... I need it to be a bit larger than the rest. Alright. Just need to link it to that. Done. And the last one, just to keep it wider than the torpedo, which we might want to actually put to the front so I can activate. Do I have enough space for this? I think I might. And I'm just going to add one little bit of sensor to activate the whole thing. It might not be sufficient. I could just do it here. I know, I'm going to do it here for now. Alright, we're going to bring this one a bit further. I'm going to go for that far, so even if I'm messing up something, it's going to work anyway. And we're going to put the detection key on maybe 3, and I'm going to add 3 as a main button for these. Okay, so that way it should be working. And I'm going to copy, is it? Yes, it's working good. Okay, we're going to copy the whole thing, and we're going to put it on the other side. It's quite big. Okay, and we're going to link it to the decoupler. Far enough so it's not going to collide with anything. Is it far enough on this one? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Oh, I forgot something very important. So we're going to give us a bit more range. And I did not... no, we're going to keep it on the same button. Maybe it's not smart, but that way it's going to be pushing all the time. Okay, so are we fine? I hope so. Let's see. It's going to fall thanks to gravity, but it's not going to activate until there is something under the laser. Okay, I think I do not need this part anymore. No, the shield I need, but not the laser part. So we're going to remove it. Alright. And I'm going to put something else. We could go for some more interesting weapons. So we're going to remove these. We've been playing enough with these. I've got plenty of solar panel and stuff, but it is important to keep the small energy shield running. So we're going to add these, which are interesting because they are actually rotating. So we're going to add 2 of these. Alright, and I'm going to add a bunch more weapons. We've got EMP bullet sniper. Maybe later on. We're not going to make this thing too complicated. I've got already plenty of things running on. So let's just try to save and exit here. We're going to select this huge drone over there. And we're going to try to launch these torpedoes and see if they are going to actually dig through the planet and maybe go over it. Okay, just whoa, not good at all. Okay, so let's say it is time to launch a bunch of torpedoes. So 1, oh wait, and 2. Okay, we're going to push on 3. Oh, look at that. It's not exactly how I intended the thing to do. I should have just added 2 more thrusters to keep it. It's going to be so much trouble. Look at that. Plus the decoupler did not decouple as I was. Oh, it's working. Strangely, but it's working. Let's say I'm going to press 3 to keep this thing running a bit. Maybe I will be able to actually make some of these just go through the planet. Oh, look at that. It's working, kind of. It's a shame the second one is in the way, but these 2 are actually going to get... Oh, it's working. It's far from perfect, but it is working. Okay, let's just try to dig a bit to see what's going to happen. These lasers are good. And push a bit if you... Okay, good. So one of my torpedoes is stuck, but the other one seems to be advancing a bit. Yet, it seems I did not put the decoupler at the right spot. Oh, I forgot about this one. It's kind of working. It just helps the thing a bit. It's digging. It's digging a bit. And I believe with the right, let's say with the right logic part and stuff, you can do things which are pretty crazy. I'm going to show you there is another stage. Come on, buddy. I should have expanded a bit the laser, so it would have been activated all the time. And it's pushing. Yeah, there is a few mistakes here. Maybe I should have put more lasers, maybe I should have just added more thrusters, but small torpedo thing would have disappeared. You see, it's just not going straight. Still, the thing should be actually... oh, we are in the middle of the planet, so why it's not working properly. Not only, but it is one of the factors which is to take in account. Because we are just in the center. Anyway, we're going to take a look at another planet, because actually... this planet has nothing to do on, and it is going to be much more interesting to fight somebody off. So we've got a bunch of different areas on Quimi, and as we manage to finish it, a bunch of other planets has appeared, which are going to be probably a bit more difficult. So we've got the sumo arena, which is interesting because it is going to enable you to make drones which are going to fight each other. But the little issue is that we need to do these drones to be automated, or it is not going to work. You cannot control them. They need to be fighting each other, so quite difficult. Nonetheless, we've got another planet to take a look at. We are going to go to planet Bessie, and we'll see what's going to happen. It is risk level low. I could go for something a bit crazier. My drone is going to be slotted, but I've got a lot more planet to explore. Let's just zoom out. And as you can see, there is a bunch of things to see. Yet, if we go to these, I think these are going to be medium, and these might be hard. I'm going to go for a medium. And we've got scrapyard, which is basically the place where they're going to gather the thing you are going to unlock. Let's go and take a look. I've got... I should have already available the laser, the green laser, but it's not showing. It was showing earlier. Anyway, let's go to Sophiaza. Okay, this is medium, there is a high gravity, air resistance is normal, and the resource amount is medium, so we need to be careful. I'm probably going to get slotted here. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to change a few things, because these torpedoes are fun, but I'm not sure these are going to be that useful to us, so I'm going to remove these two. So let's just suppress it and do the same here. And we're going to try to survive with this. I might want to add a bunch of extra weapons though. I'm going to add a flamethrower, it's always useful. And I'm going to attach it to that part, except we are lacking something here. We are lacking a little bit of plating here to protect the... Okay, let's just attach this to this, and this to this. Okay, should be fine, kind of. I hope we'll be able to add extra length, because the ship tend to be a bit wobbly and they get destroyed and stuff. Anyway, maybe it's because I'm just building this thing badly, but it is quite interesting nonetheless. Alright, let's see. A plant which is going to be a little bit more dangerous. So we're going to activate this because these tend to be quite aggressive. Hopefully I've got laser to deal with them. And I'm not using really all of my flamethrower ability. Okay, we've got a little bit of my ship is not really very easy to handle, but we've got a little layer over there. If I'm getting close enough, I might be able to destroy it and protect myself with the laser, with the shield. You see, the shields are really powerful. If you've got enough to keep it running, they are not going to be able to destroy you. I believe maybe with some weapons they might be able to do so. Why am I not able to destroy this? Let's shoot this guy down. Oh, this is still a lair which is walking. Maybe I just need to keep shooting. Oh, they're killing me, I think. I've been losing a thruster, and they are coming for me in a much more dangerous way. Okay, done. One more layer down, but we've got more layers around. And my ship is basically stuck, so I might want to just dig my way in. I just bury myself in there. I cannot reclaim my thruster, so I might as well just dig and see if there is anything in the middle of this little planet here. Come on. Here we go. Oh, no more gravity, is there? Maybe there is some more. I don't need to add more thrusters. So when I got some destroyed, I would not be in such trouble. We've got something down there, I think, or maybe we're going to arrive to the center. I think we might find some stuff in the center on planets which are going to be more interesting. Maybe not this one though. Maybe we're not going to be lucky on that. I'm going to go on a much more dangerous planet then when I arrive to the center and find that there is nothing to take. Okay, I'm not going to be able to go much further. I've got no more thrusters, except maybe one to the front, but it's not going to help me much. So let's just get out of here. Okay, let's just select another drone. No, this one is not going to cut it. So we are going to try to go on another planet. An even more dangerous one. We're going to try to go to Dexu. So Dexu should be... oh, it's a bit more, but seems to be bigger. And we're going to edit the drone. I don't know what we could add, but I believe the flamethrower is not going to be what I'm looking for. So let's just drop it to the bin, and we're going to check if we can improve things. Let's say we're going to change a few weapons, just to see a few more. We've got an EMP bullet sniper and a bio rocket sniper, so we're going to add one of these. Or two, maybe two. Alright, and we're going to add two of these. With that on, it should be a bit more deadly. And I don't think I want to add any extra weapon here. Maybe a plasma rocket to the front. It cannot harm anybody. Maybe it can. Anyway, let's just... oh, homing rocket. I think I might want to just bring this to the side and add another one. Okay, it should be interesting to see these things shooting. So let's just launch and see how we are going to get killed. My drone is not a very good drone. Yet it's flying. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's going to make a lot more damage. Okay, my guns are not going to change direction. I love the humming things. It's really cool. I'm pretty sure the snipers are going to be very deadly, but frankly I just want to make a ship which is going to be using only rockets. Now, look at that, it's amazing. Not it's very efficient against the lair, but It is definitely doing a lot of damage to these guys. Okay, I need to finish that thing. It's quite sturdy though. Okay, dead. I just kill them all if we can. I feel like I'm not really controlling my ship well. I'm mostly stuck on the ground. Too much gravity and I do not have enough automation to keep the ship. Okay, let's just rest a bit. I don't have any more fuel, this is the thing. I should be more... Am I stuck here? Just a slightly bit. Okay, let's just climb a bit. I think at some point I should just do a lander or something because I'm not flying so much than just falling. I don't have enough. Oh, I think I broke a fuel tank. This is probably why I'm just in trouble. I'm going to wait a little bit to be able to float a bit over the hill, but I'm not confident about our chance here. Can I get a bit more fuel? Okay, we'll just... Oh, wrong button, my mistake. Just fly, like an eagle, kind of. And wait a sec. Oh, look at that. A source. Just pick it up if we can. Okay, no more. Can I just... let's see. Oh, I don't have enough juice to get to these. Okay, let's try to see what we can do without any fuel. I'm not sure we'll be able to get it all, but maybe if we can actually release the thing, it would be possible to harvest it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be useful to unlock new things, new toys to put on these ships. Okay, maybe shooting is not the thing to do. Maybe I don't have the right tool to gather it. But maybe with these... Nope, not so much. I will need to do better than that. Anyway, let's go back to the sky if I can. We've got probably a bunch more hives to destroy. And this should allow us to get a bunch of extra things. Oh wait a second, I need to activate my shield if I don't want to die. And hopefully I will be able in no time to push the ship a bit further and get to see the lair. Okay, so I think my snipers are not really useful right now. I just try to bounce a bit further. Okay, just one more layer and we'll be done with this little planet for the first mission at least. If I just manage to finish the layer, I will just try to respawn my ship. So I think I'm burning all my fuel with my little automated thing on the side. It's probably a bad idea. Plus I should also add a little boosting stuff. I'm going to just destroy this. So I can rest on the little block on the side, but not on the reactors here. It's going to be much more efficient. Let's just try to fly a bit further again. I need to add better fuel tanks. Okay, where do we go? Oh, nice. This is what we were looking for. This is the beacon, the transmitter. So we might want to destroy it right away. Alright, so we got probably something out of it. And we'll just bring the ship a bit more on a balance like this, so we're going to be able to load a little bit more fuel so we can jump over the next hill. And we should find the last hive, maybe. It's possible, if we are lucky. Let's just push a bit further. I don't need my shields up anymore for now. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, here we go. This might be the last layer, the last remaining layer. All right, let's just try to finish it. If I can shoot it with a sniper, it's better. Okay, so this mission is done. We're going to unlock something new. Let's get out of here. Here we go. And we've got a plasma long beam laser tower. So each time you're going to complete planet, you're going to unlock something new. And this one seems to be reflective lasers, attractive beam, and long beam seems to be quite handy. Anyway guys, I think we're not going to go much further. It is a game which is currently on Kickstarter. I will put the link in the description. It is quite an interesting game if you like to build a complicated thing. So guys, I hope you like the video. If you do, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe. And until next time guys, have fun!